So it's been one of those years over on Wall Street Bets, one of those years where so much money was made and lost in a short period of time it makes me sick just thinking about it. But this is normal over at the US casino, where degenerates and apes throw their money at FDs and meme stocks in hopes of unlimited tendies and Lambos. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Best of Wall Street Bets 2021 Part 1. The United States of America, the greatest superpower in the world, was on the verge of a presidential election that would drastically shift the outcome of our nation's rep and economy. This would be the biggest election turnout in history, with the eyes of the world focused on two men, Donald Pump Trump or Joe Slow Biden. Well, none of that really mattered. What mattered was GameStop stock. What mattered was AMC stock. And what mattered was greedy hedge funds who were shorting these stocks into the ground, getting squeezed to death by kids in their Minecraft pajamas. Naked short sellers who weren't satisfied with their stock prices down 80% and wanted the whole 100%. Short sellers like Melvin Capital and short sellers like Citron Research. And if you're wondering what happened to those kids in hedge funds, well, buckle up because it's a lot. GameStop and AMC stocks absolutely mooned, while the hedge funds' entire funds came crumbling down. Every news outlet in the world was talking about a group of individuals on a subreddit who referred to themselves as literal apes, and how they single-handedly beat the snot out of Harvard MBAs and billionaires with only a phone, chewed-up crayons, and a belief that miracles really do happen. In this video, we will be going over the best and most insane trades that took place on Wall Street Bets over these last wild 6 months. All I ask is that you like, subscribe, buckle up, and enjoy this video. Now, this list would be absolutely sinful if we did not include and start off with the legend himself, Deep Freaking Value, also known as Roaring Kitty, also known as Keith Gill, the savior of Wall Street Bets. This man had one of the most insane trades that anyone has ever seen, a trade that was years in the making. If we go ahead and look at this post that he made over a year ago today, we can see that he bought up a ton of GameStop calls at the $8 strike price for January 15th, 2021. He put in a total of $113,962 into this trade and continued to hold and buy as time went on. As you guys can clearly see, he made some monthly updates. He kept us updated. This is back in 2019. That's almost 2 years ago today that he's been into GameStop. As you can clearly see, the accounts continued to fluctuate, 117,000, 230,000, down to 83,000 at one point, 56,000 after the holiday sale readout. Let's look at these numbers real quick, because I don't think a lot of people can understand the swing that this account had. Everything hugely red, 85% down, 84% down. Big numbers, down 34,000 in total on that, only 56,000. And if we scroll up, we go up a little bit. You can see the numbers fluctuate. He hits his first $1 million. He hit his first $1 million around this area, right about here, September of 2020. Big times for GameStop as Michael Berry continued to buy up stock in this company, and it made the stock soar. He has tons of calls in GameStop now, and this account just continues to grow. 2 million, 2.6 million, back down to the 1 millions. The amount that this account fluctuated over the years and over the months was insane, but when it got really insane was January of this year, right before he made a long video talking about why he thinks there's going to be a massive short squeeze on GameStop because of the ridiculous short volume out there. And sure enough, he was right. We go ahead and look at January 13th, and he's sitting at 5.7 million. January 14th, 7.3 million. January 22nd, 11.1 million. 25th, 13.8. The 26th, 22.8 million. And let's click this for a second. January 27th, 2021. Roaring Kitty's account was at $47.9 million. Look at the percent return on those calls, 163,000%. This is something that is, you dream about things happening this way, and rarely do you ever see anything close to this. He continued to just diamond hands it and diamond hands it, and it's just incredible to see how much this account has grown. Had some big fluctuations, even this little thing, about 48 million down to 33 million. That's a big account swing. He lost 14 million in one day, got back up big, dropped down to 22 million at one point. And, he climbed back, and he made his final update on April 16th when GameStop was trading at about $154 a share. He had 200,000 shares, $34 million in his account, and that's the last of the updates we've seen. So, he made out like a bandit, and we look at GameStop stock right now, trading at basically where it was then, $169. So he's sitting at about $37 million overall. So, this list just could not have been possible without him. He really was the one that drove this movement, and he went as far as even testifying in court about the whole GameStop fiasco, and yeah, it's just crazy. It's great. Look at that karma, 4 million karma. So congrats on the gains, deep value. Enjoy life, my man. Unfortunately, not everyone can be a winner, and there has to be some losers. There has to be people to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars for people to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. People like Jay-Z, who lost $100,000 all time, down 95.9%. There has to be people like M. Smith that lost over $100,000 on GameStop options expiring in a couple of days. And there has to be people like Kosh Ed, who at one point his portfolio had $1 million and then dropped on to $162,000, losing a casual $330,000 in 1 week. And there has to be people that buy GameStop at $498 so the rest of us can hold the bag at a lower price. This is how it happens. Some people have to be down to $600,000. Some people have to lose $100,000 on GameStop options. 2 of those expiring today, down 99.98% to expire completely worthless. There has to be people down $181,000 on their AMC, BlackBerry, and GameStop because they FOMO'd and bought the top. This is how it happens. This is what's needed to be done. There has to be degenerates. There has to be gamblers. There has to be people to throw liquidity into these options so other people can take gambles on them and other people can sell them. Unfortunately, it's the way that it works, and unfortunately, these people took the bullet for us. They took the losses so we don't have to. They provide us with what we need to get off. Now, this next trade is one of the most disturbing trades I have ever seen in my life, and I don't use that word disturbing lightly. It comes by a name Brigodorsky Banhammer, the guy who took $100,000 out of his mom's retirement account to gamble on nano dimensions. Now, first off, there is so much wrong with what I just said. Never should you steal from your parents, especially stealing from your parents to gamble on out of the money calls on a stock. In this case, though, he was actually in the money, which gives him a little bit more credit, I guess, but still extremely messed up. He bought 10 calls, $10 strike price calls. He bought 104 of them at an expiration of December 17th. A total of about $102,000 in his total position. Now, he's actually up at first $13,000. Things are pretty good. And he even says, thanks, Mom, we're already up $13,000. The current share price of the stock is $17.43. Everything is going according to plan. A month later, he makes an update post. Things are not looking so good. He says, so my mom found out I wired $100,000 out of her retirement funds when she got her balance statements. Naturally, she wanted me to do what I had done with it. Here it is. So current positions, currently down $41,600 on his update. So he went from being up 13,000, pretty good, $13,000 is like 12.5% return on investment, to being down 40% on these calls. And at the time, Nano Dimension is continuing to slide, farther and farther down. He made another update, and this one is sickening. Down $73.8 thousand on that update. $73.8 thousand, and he still has another $38,439 left in these calls. Now, I took the liberty to find out how much those calls are worth now, because that was from about a month ago. I wanted to see how much they are worth now. So I went over to Robinhood. I went to the option chain. The stock is currently trading at $6.65. I don't know if you guys remember from the first post, it was trading at $17.43. So we do a little addition ourselves, and he has 104 contracts. So he has 108 calls of the $10 strike price and 9 calls of the $2.50 strike price. So you add up all of those together, and in total he has $11,368 worth of those calls. So he is down over $90,000 on those calls. And now those $10 calls are out of the money as well. So, I mean, they were even in this update when he was down 74,000, he was still down. Those calls are still down to $3.08. Now those calls are going for 71 cents, and that's on an update as well. Oh, this is hard to look at, but unfortunately, the story doesn't even stop there. So this position is absolutely screwed. His mom's retirement account is essentially wiped out, with maybe $5,000 left at the end of salvage, if even that. And then he goes ahead and makes a post with that. His last amount of money, his life savings, he put into Amazon put credit spreads. Now, I'm a big fan of put credit spreads. You guys know me. That's how I built up my account, pretty high, from about 30,000 to a little over 100,000 now, was through put credit spreads, mainly longer term. But I've also done Amazon put credit spreads on short term, and I got burned badly. He did as well. Down 99.99% after Amazon finished under his strike price. So if you guys don't know what a put credit spread is, 32.50, 32.45. Essentially, he's saying Amazon is going to stay above 32.50. He can break even at about 32.49, but anything under 32.45, even 32.46, 37 is going to be a max loss. You're going to lose everything. And so Amazon did finish under that strike price at the day, which is kind of sad because, a month ago, Amazon's sitting at 3,200, and you look at Amazon now, and so, in the 3,600s. So had he gone longer term, he would have done it better. But, when all is said and done, this is what he's left with. $2.40. So thought I had to include him on there. Brigadorski Banhammer, I do wish you the best, but let this be a lesson that you should not take money from your parents, and you should not put your entire account into put credit spreads. So good luck with the rest of your trades. I hope this was a learning lesson, a very costly lesson, but a lesson indeed. So take it easy, my man. Our last and final trade comes from a man named Repost39, who made over $400,000 on his new egg play. This is one of the most insane gains I have ever seen on Wall Street Bets, and I thought we should definitely include him in this video, especially because about 8 days before this, he made a long DD about why neg could potentially pop, and put some insane effort into all of this, and sure enough, it paid off massively. His calls printed like crazy, netting him over $384,000 net profit, bringing his account to over $500,000. This is just absolutely insane. Remember to keep about half of that liquid for when the tax man comes after you at the end of the year. Speaking of end of the year, that will be when part 2 of the Best of Wall Street Bets 2021 video is released. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It means a ton to me. And if you guys want to talk with me or come into a large group chat of us, we have a Discord totally free. You can come in and talk stocks, plays, and all that good stuff. We got a couple cool analysts that just call out some pretty good plays and have some good DD on different things as well. I'd love to chat with you guys. I'm extremely thankful for you guys, and I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much. Bye.